I wouldn't broke it. Cold case of a case and a phone. They were watching give a I live today, rapping back, carrying them back what they capping back. Bankroll mama, we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of them. Better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Roll it down by 2. We're gonna go out here. Run this play for the win. Let's go get it. High formation. 28 sweep. Blue 14. What's up?
To the left, Atlanta heads out to the left, turn to the back. Tri-City 1 had the left set with your ass jumping out with Alabama ass. That was different trying to battle back. We went in there. No drive, we running. Walk up to you while you're showing the chance.
Check it out now. People. Now, listen, Meek Mill runs hip hop. Whatever Meek Mill says, everybody got to do. Meek Mill, he's the street, the thug is the police. It's Meek Mill, nigga. Now, if you guys don't know, Meek Mill been very outspoken on everything recently. Whether Mill says everybody got to do, Meek Mill, he's the street, the thug is the police. It's Meek Mill, nigga. Now, if you guys don't know, Meek Mill been very outspoken on everything recently. Whether it comes to, by the way, he's supposed to be outspoken on certain things. But when it comes to other artists, he's very outspoken on. Now, when it comes to the case of 6ix9ine, he's extremely outspoken. All right, now with the
Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
He's also now coming back and maybe start issues with me. Okay, now if you don't know, last year was my birthday before I get 6. I was thinking for everybody. And before 6ix9ine, I loved him, right? It was my birthday. I was in the studio. 6ix9ine came by to wish me happy birthday. He said, yo, I ain't got shit for you, nigga. Let's do a song. Okay? Now we did a song. Of course, you have to sing. We ain't gonna be on the song. Screaming, trainway, or shot, nigga.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang. But it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10, it's Ryan again. Flushed out right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zach Cunningham in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Hudson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Richmond.
first carry for Lamar Miller. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Well, Charles, it feels like Lamar Miller's been around the NFL forever, but he's still just going to turn 28 in April. But this past year, though, 973 rushing yards, good for 12th in the league.
And you know that he's capable of being a 1,000-yard runner year in and year out, save for some injuries, and maybe utilizing the pass game a little bit more in Houston. 4.6 yards per carry is a healthy number, and that was his highest since 2014 when he was with the Miami Dolphins.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Richmond. Tiger. Two jet.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Come back.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Underneath for Miller. Past the 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 36 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play. That worked almost to perfection.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw on second is Watson. Flush to his right. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Back as that sails over the end line. Well, as they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The 3rd time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base where it might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day since Super Bowl 36. Get this whole Patriots thing kick-started. Literally, Adam Vinatieri with a game-winning field goal. Patriots beat the Rams 20-17. Same franchise, different city. They were in St. Louis then.
Now This one brought in by Sanu. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. To throw again is Ryan. Buying time to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. From the gun on third down, Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now, the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now it's Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Now Ryan on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Throwing again, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu from 6 yards away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. Third year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the third year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold, that hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory.
Third down, Miller.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. And they'll run for it with Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP, the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. They both get 2 interceptions apiece, and instead of splitting the trophy, they wrestle for it right there in the 50-yard line post-game, because you know simple rival.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to go down again. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. But the Houston Texans, as they come onto the field, obviously their offseason hit a little earlier than they wanted in January, making it to the playoffs, losing to Indianapolis. It was the first time the 2 AFC South teams had actually met in the playoffs when they squared off with the Colts.
And think about how the 2 of them began the year. Houston began 0-3. The Colts began 1-5. Yet they both finished so hot. The Colts down the stretch, 9-1 in their last 10. Houston 8-2, and end up meeting in the playoffs. And both of them ended up winning on the other team's home field. The Colts did it twice. Houston did it once.
But as you said several times, hard for Houston to be completely disappointed with the ending. They have a lot to build on for next year. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that is
what the fuck? Oh, my God.
DeAndre DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Wow.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are in for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Fairbairn good with an extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Hey, go to the broadcast and go to right before I scored the touchdown. Right before I scored my 14 points.
This is Fielder a couple yards deep.
It's the most craziest play I've ever seen.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. For the Falcons, Charles, we talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that okay?
It would be if you didn't think you were going to the Super Bowl. You know, if you didn't think you had a chance at that, and they did going into the season. But when you lose your starting safeties in Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal, your middle linebacker, Deion Jones, for a long stretch of time, you end up starting 1-4. Then in the second half of the season, you have a 5-game losing streak. 7-9. I thought that they were finishing because of those 2 long losing streaks.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it again with Miller. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Deion Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as the drop. He's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Ryan now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Ryan steps away to his left. And incomplete there, almost
Give me the
That's one you
fucking
maybe
ball.
expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
Here's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Freeman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, they outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, he probably couldn't say over the air.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but you know, the Patriots.
Nobody believes it.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us. Everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong about that part, as we were wrong about the Chargers beating them.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain up. Third down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Quick move by Miller. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
To throw is Watson. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure. Going to come away with nothing? That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards there and a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Again, Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Ryan will throw again. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Throwing now, Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Bruce Irvin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3.
Hey, I can't hear nothing
Responsibility
just
the ends versus the tackles there, Charles.
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right.
No, the guy just don't like stripping.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Hey, Port, get on the share play with me. Nigga, you got like 20 of these.
Send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Come back. Tiger.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Black 22. Black 22. Come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football
back. He asked me the same shit.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little...
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon
You see
Gault.
that play?
You've been watching the
I wasn't watching. Like I said, I was in the office. I just walked in the house.
No, I'm talking about go to the broadcast and go right before I scored the 14 points.
14 points.
Yeah, right before I scored.
All right. Are you still playing?
Yeah. You said what? Cause y'all niggas be acting weird sometimes. Y'all niggas doing that weird shit. Yeah, y'all niggas do that shit all the time. Like, y'all say shit, like, what the fuck y'all talking about? Dumbass questions. Nigga, I can't even hear you, bro. I don't know nothing. I don't know what he's saying. Cause I know your voice, like, yeah, speak loud how you just said. Now say what you said. Now I can hear you, nigga, cause you sound like you talking in the mic. Before it's like you was far away. Fuck, I gotta be scared to respond to a nigga. Nigga, I can hear everybody clearly except for your ass. They got shit to do with me being in the middle. You know that, nigga? Okay, then don't conversate with me, nigga. Damn. Why is you talking to me? Okay, I'll get out. Yes.
Atlanta head cop to the left, turn to the back. Try to see we weren't having that. Sit with your ad, drop it out with Alabama ad. That would get for trying to battle rap. Head, be with it. Walk up to you while you show no stun till you up that jury and money. Playing game, thinking show no funny to my young win. Family, yeah. For the love of the bankroll. Keep it busy. Don't nobody care about it. Don't nobody wanna hear about it. You got a problem, huh? Well, it's the same thing for everybody. I ain't gonna lie. I promise that a day go by. I ain't on the grind if I ain't on fire. The one thing I want, but it can't go by. Trying to put 6 wheels on the railroad. I ain't finna play no game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. These folks are ready, and we are underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
Prescott to throw this time. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A Dallas first down. Prescott hook it up with Beasley. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On second down, Elliott. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, it's Prescott. And incomplete here on third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Prescott now. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And down to the 45 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Watson now on second down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Hopkins this year over 1,000 yards again. Fourth time that he's done that in 6 NFL seasons. He had 1,572 to be exact.
And that was second only to Atlanta's Julio Jones. And you have to think the return of Deshaun Watson at the quarterback position, taking all the starts this year, that had to help because we've seen DeAndre Hopkins have big seasons with multiple quarterbacks. But have that one consistent guy only elevates his play.
Come back!
To throw on second is Watson. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Come back.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. Well, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization, but think about this season. They started 3-5, ended up winning their division, questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they ended a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, and Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
A second down throw for Prescott. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give to Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the at the 14-yard line on the return. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had two excellent conference champions. The Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had two huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nickell Robey-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation, when I saw it live, I thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl, but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, and you start doing it with everything.
Well, next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding. And by the way, you can probably call holding just about every play in the NFL.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Looking deep for Demarius. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Reset. Come back. Tiger.
Back to throw, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Demarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Reset. Come back. Do jet.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a 1st down throw. Watson dumps it complete to Miller. 4 yards on the pickup. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, as the first half is winding down, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Forced out to his left. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we've hit, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change.
Lamar Miller, the 30, 20, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 75 yards, and the Texans will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down, Prescott. His throw incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And it's third and short.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting to drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. There he goes inside the 30. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Reset, reset, reset. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back. 2 jet, 2 jet.
Watson now looking to throw on 2nd down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Demarius.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.
I'm ready to get in the house. Oh, you just moved too fast. Oh, it's okay, Mama.
You just got back?
Huh?
You just got back?
It looked like I just got back. It looked like I've been through something. Here.
Is this your tea?
White tears? Oh, yeah. You talking about eggnog?
No, I said the key was your tea.
You ain't already knew what was right here. Oh, you don't like this one. I want some candy.
Where did I get this from, babe?
Have this place have some moisturizer for these lips. I got grease. Some Vaseline? Yeah, I'll take that.
You didn't even start running.
I'm running back here quick. Really? And you big too. I'm not playing with you. I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with you. I do this so I can eat some other dog. She act like a girl. That's why you pet baby girl. She'll bump you like, no, some more. Greedy.
She be doing it.
You say what? When you gonna die for real though? All this extraness on the ADHD up here.
She ain't seen you in that's probably
What's wrong? Huh? You too big for all this all the time. I just look at baby girl. Look, it's not happening.
chill out.
He can't chill.
Mentioned and he also pled guilty. Big Bill came out and said, man, how the fuck